Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here. And as you can see from the backdrop, kind of in Studio B, which is basically the garden level of the Holman house. But we are going to stay in the Lansing area right now. We're going to talk a little bit with Cassie Cotton, the president, the new president, and Kate Snyder, founder and CEO of Piper and Gold Public Relations. And ladies, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Great. Thank you for having us.
Good. Kate, let's start with you giving a little explanation to everybody of Piper and Gold and what you do.
Yeah, well, Piper and Gold is a boutique PR agency in the greater Lansing area. And I started it a dozen years ago, which feels very surreal to say. After spending almost a decade, also feels very real to say, working in the public sector. So we really specialize in working with government, nonprofit, association, good corporate citizens to create a more just and equitable society through communications.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, because I was trying to reflect back on how long we've known each other. And I think we really got to know each other at when you were at Capillary Michigan Works.
Yes.
But I'm not sure I didn't know you before that because you were always so involved with this communication thing. And it's kind of interesting what is happening at Piper Gold. Now, let's bring Cassie in here and talk a little bit about, Cassie, your background, because then we're going to get into dual leadership at Piper and Gold. But Cassie, give us a little bit of your background.
Yeah, absolutely. I've always kind of been in the marketing PR field, started my career in healthcare and then went into higher education, found my way into agency world at Piper and Gold about 5 years ago. So previous to serving as the president recently, I served as the chief of staff. So worked really integrated into our client work and working with all of our wonderful team over at Piper and Gold. So yeah.
Unbelievable. And it seems like perfect background for what's going on. So Kate, tell us what is going on, because Cassie was pretty recently named as president. Tell us about that, how you all came to that decision, and what's it going to mean for Piper and Gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've had the great fortune, my career actually, and I believe where we first met was started working underneath Barb Lazat. And so I got the chance to really get to see small agency leadership and ownership in a female environment, and then moved to Capillary Michigan Works, had an amazing C-suite there, made up of strong female leaders. And as I looked at what I wanted to do with kind of the next evolution of my career, about 5 years ago, we really started this transition and planning, and Cassie came into Piper and Gold at that time as a part of that to look at how do we grow this company in a way that both builds a legacy and makes an impact, but also is really sustainable and makes small business leadership and ultimately small business ownership accessible for people in a way that, you know, so many leaders today are facing that struggle of what to do when they retire. And we're planning for that now so that we can be prepared. And part of that is having dual leadership. So more than one person can share that responsibility, but also we can benefit from the ideas of the many.
So Cassie, how's this going to change your responsibilities and your duties there?
Yeah, as Kate kind of mentioned, you know, it's been something that has been in the works for a while now. So as far as like flipping the switch over, I don't think there'll be much that's going to change here immediately. There's things that we've been working towards, but ultimately our goal here is to kind of, I don't want to say bear the burden of agency leadership, because I think there's a lot of positive things that happen there. But, you know, as leaders of organizations, there's a lot of weight that goes on one individual's shoulders. So I think this model helps to not only spread that out, but also from a standpoint of play to each other's strengths, right? Like Kate has been integrated into the Lansing community for years, decades. And I really enjoy where my soft spot is engaging with people and supporting and building processes that are sustainable. So by bringing these two together and playing to our strengths and ultimately our career goals, we're able to have this model that is not only going to be successful for us as individuals, but also for our team, for our clients, and ultimately our community, because we'll be able to serve and provide better strategic results for our clients too.
It's kind of interesting because a lot of times when reorg like this happens in a business, what it does is it frees the dual time up to work on the business as opposed to in the business. So I would assume you're looking more strategically at this in the future as well.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Well,
it's all about looking at what we're great at and what we enjoy. I love community engagement. I'm not passionate about being a supervisor. Cassie loves working with people very directly and is not as passionate about going out and, doing speaking engagements, things like that. So it's like we looked at what we want and what we love and are figuring out how to build off both those strengths to help ourselves, our team, and our community.
well, listen, congratulations on this, and we're going to want you to keep us updated on how this goes, right? Let's see how this marriage lasts, right?
Can't wait.
All right, very good. Cassie Cotton, congratulations, new president, and Kate Snyder, founder and CEO of Piper and Gold Public Relations. You've been watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. We'll be back with you.